Hey there, fellow investors, and welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you won't miss any of our updates on the financial world. Today, we've got a lot to cover, so let's dive right in. First up, let's talk about the DAX and its European peers. The DAX is showing some positive signs today, following gains from yesterday and Wall Street's upbeat session. However, it's essential to note that the index has been on a bit of a rollercoaster ride lately, with over a 4% drop in October, marking its third consecutive monthly decline. The market seems to be shrugging off some less than stellar data from China and weak German retail sales. Speaking of German retail sales, they fell minus 0.8% more, whereas expectations were for a 0.5% rise. These figures might raise some concerns about the economic health of the largest Eurozone economy. Moving on, all eyes are now on Eurozone GDP data. It's expected to show that the Eurozone economy hit a roadblock in the third quarter of this year, with zero growth, after a slight 0.1% gain in the previous quarter. Recent PMI data has been pointing towards sluggish growth, and a weaker than expected GDP reading could stoke fears of a recession in the latter half of the year. Simultaneously, Eurozone inflation data is in the spotlight, and it's projected to cool to 3.2% YoY in October, down from 4.2% previously. However, core inflation, which excludes volatile items like food and fuel, is expected to remain steady at 4.2%. Persistent core inflation might fuel expectations that the ECB will keep interest rates high, potentially impacting businesses and consumers. Now, turning our attention to corporate earnings, we are waiting for the numbers from BASF. Earnings reports often provide valuable insights into the overall health of companies and industries, so these releases are definitely something to keep an eye on. Looking ahead to the US session, consumer confidence is expected to dip to 100 from 103. A drop in consumer sentiment can often go hand in hand with reduced spending, and if morale falls more than anticipated, it could impact risk appetite in the market. Let's not forget the technical side of things. The DAX is currently trading between 14,600, the October low, and 15,000, last week's high. The RSI is below 50, and the 50-day simple moving average is looking to cross below the 200-day SMA. Sellers might be hoping for further downside. To extend losses, sellers must break through the 14,600 support, potentially targeting 14,450, the March low. On the flip side, a rise above 15,000 could encourage buyers to aim for the 20-day SMA at 15,050 and test resistance at 15,300, marked by a falling trend line since early August. Shifting gears a bit, let's talk about the oil market. Oil prices are showing some resilience after a 3% drop in the previous session. What's driving this recovery? Well, concerns over supply are taking center stage, overshadowing some concerning Chinese data. The ongoing conflict in the Middle East, especially the Gaza ground assault, is raising supply worries. Although this hasn't significantly impacted oil markets yet, the risk of involvement from oil-rich nations like Iran is increasing, adding fuel to tight supply concerns. On the other hand, Chinese data is adding some pressure, with weaker than expected manufacturing and non-manufacturing PMIs indicating a slowdown in demand from the world's second-largest oil consumer. In terms of technical analysis for oil, the market is struggling to rise above the 20-day SMA and has pulled back, testing support around 82.00. A break below this level could open the door to 80.70, the October low, and even the 200-day SMA at 78.00, which also coincides with the August low. On the flip side, if buyers step in, they might aim for a rise above the 20-day SMA at 84.70, which could pave the way for the 50-day SMA at 86.20 and the falling trendline resistance at 87.35. And there you have it, folks, a comprehensive update on what's happening in the financial world today. We're keeping a close eye on the DAX, European markets, Eurozone GDP and inflation data, corporate earnings, US consumer confidence, and the oil market. If you found this information helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more updates. Thanks for joining us, and as always, happy investing.